Hello my friends, and welcome to the super spectacular part 2. I guess this would be my 101st video. So, I did my question and answers and my giveaway in the last part of the part 1 of this video. So this part 2, this is going to be the grand unboxing because I got a ton of stuff in the mail. So, let me take care of that. So, the grand unboxing, I got 5 packages. Seems suitable for the 100th video. Let's see what I got in the mail for my grand 100th unboxing here. Okay, I've got, what do I got here? It's all wrapped up. Let me unwrap it so we can see what this is. This looks pretty cool. Okay, this is the Omnibus of Science Fiction by Groff Conklin, who is a great editor of science fiction stories. You'll see a lot of old paperbacks, but this is the first hardcover by Groff Conklin that I've come across. So this is the Omnibus of Science Fiction, 43 science fiction stories in here. Yeah, so this is going to be pretty cool. This was published back in the 50s. This is the second printing, printed in 1953. So, the Omnibus of Science Fiction. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I like that one. Okay, now I did get a couple Amazonian packages. Of course, they send it like that. I probably shouldn't buy from Amazon, but sometimes you just want to get stuff quick and easy, and they are that. I have to give them that. Okay, this is for the great Necro Retro, or Retro Necro, my Necroscope retrospective coming up probably next month. Brian Lumley's Necroscope. This guy, these books are crazy from what I remember. These are crazy books. They're vampire books, but they're also horror, they're science fiction, they have fantasy elements, they have spy elements in them. He pulls out all the stops, Brian Lumley, for his Necroscope books, and that cover is fantastic, just iconic. The Necroscope books all had great covers, just like that one, so I'm glad they kept the original cover. So yeah, I'm looking forward to, it's been a long time since I've read any Brian Lumley, so that should be fun. The Retro Necro starting next month. So I'm glad I got that one. Let's see what else old Amazon has sent for us today. Let's see here. Okay. All right. Jeremy Fee got me to buy these books. Sea of Rust did a great video about this, Sea of Rust, and the prequel, sequel, Day Zero. Both these books by C. Robert Cargill. He talked them up, man, and I just hear good things about these books, so I'm really happy to get these ones. I don't know when I'll read them, but it's going to be soon-ish. I'll get to these soon-ish. Okay, so that was cool. I got this strange box here. It says books on the side, so I'm assuming there are books in here and not carnal. What are these? Caramel Delights. I'm assuming they're not really Caramel Delights. I'm assuming they're books. So let's see what I got in this shipment here. Try not to cut myself open. Okay, it's got lots of newspaper. Hopefully they didn't just send me newspaper. They might have just sent me newspaper. Got a lot of newspaper coming out here. There are books in here? Ah, there are books in here. They're just way down at the bottom. Okay, this is going to be some good stuff. You guys know about my ongoing vintage science fiction project. Well, right here we've got a pocket book of science fiction. Yeah, pocket book of science. You could stick it in your pocket. It's that teensy. So the pocketbook of science fiction. We've also got 6 great short novels of science fiction. 6 of them. Yeah. 6 great short novels of science fiction. That's going to be a lot of fun. Star Science Fiction Stories number 2. I actually think I might have another copy of this somewhere. That happens to me a lot. When you buy a ton of this stuff, you get some doubles. So, Star Science Fiction Stories number 2. This one looks like it's falling to pieces, so it's a good thing I've got another copy, since this one looks like it's had it. I also do have another copy of this, The Rest Must Die. Definitely have another copy of this. Haven't read it yet, but I do have another copy. Maybe I'll give a giveaway. Maybe I'll do a giveaway of a box of old vintage science fiction of stuff that I've already have. Would anybody be interested in that? Let me know. Ooh, this is a good one. The all-time science fiction sensation, The Body Snatchers, Jack Finney. Look at that great cover, The Pod People. Right on, man. That's a winner right there. Isaac Asimov, Pebble in the Sky. Right on. What else do we have in here? Sargasso. Something Called Sargasso by Edwin Corley. I have no idea what this is, but that fella down there has seen better days. So, Sargasso. At Mission Control, they've thrown the panic button. That seems kind of cool, unless you're, in that position. The Edge of Tomorrow by Howard Fast. That looks like a good one. Uh-oh. It looks like there's another peculiar ace double. This is an interesting one. This is Philip Jose Farmer with The Lord of the Trees, which is his take on Tarzan, but you flip it over and it's The Mad Goblin by Philip Jose Farmer. Doc Caliban, which I'm assuming is his version of Doc Savage. That should be interesting. I've actually never read either one of those. I've heard of them. But I have not... Ooh! Blades of Mars by Edward P. Bradbury. I think I might have a newer edition of this. But this is a cool one. Edward P. Bradbury was Michael Moorcock, in case you were wondering. That clever pseudonym, Edward P. Bradbury, that's Michael Moorcock. So, cool old Moorcock book. This is kind of a cooler box than I figured it would be. An exciting new sequel to the original Buck Rogers novel, Rogers Rangers. That's a very 1970s looking Buck Rogers there. Rogers Rangers. Of course I'm going to read it. That should be an interesting one. Oh, Harlan Ellison, Approaching Oblivion. I know I've got another copy of this, but Harlan Ellison's pretty cool. So, not the nicest fella to get along with, I hear. I've heard different things. Not a lot of them are great, but I like Harlan Ellison an awful lot, and so that's cool to have. More Hyland, it looks like. Pulling out some Hyland Beyond This Horizon. Right on. Joe Haldeman's The Forever War. This is a good one. This is a good box. There's some good stuff in here. So that's excellent. What else do we have? Tomorrow, The Stars by Hyland. Yeah, that guy has a interesting helmet there. Tomorrow, The Stars by Hyland. We got Cecil Jenkins and his Message from Sirius. I don't know what's going on in this cover, man, but there's some tricky things happening there with a bunch of skeletons and other strange stuff. So, Message from Sirius. That should be interesting. Cecil Jenkins. This actually looks like it might actually be a mystery because it's got a blurb from Agatha Christie saying that it's exciting and original. So this could be one of those mysteries that slipped into my science fiction box. Who knows? I'll have to find out. This is Heinlein's The Puppet Masters, which I've read. It's a good book. The Puppet Masters by Hyland. I don't have this awesome cover though. That is fantastic. Look at that. That's great. The Time Machine once again. I love this book. Give me an excuse to read it one more time. I'm going to read this book another dozen times in my life, at least. So The Time Machine, really cool cover. This is a Bantam cover. Yeah. When I do my giveaway box of science fiction, if anybody wants that, I'll throw that in there. Journey of the Oceanauts, Louise Wolfe. I guess that's an oceanaut, and the oceanauts taking a journey. So there we go. You know, this one I've never read. Robert A. Heinlein's Friday. Friday. I'm alluring. I'm Friday. Yeah, she forgot to zip up her jumper there, but that's okay. Robert A. Heinlein's Friday. And E.E. Docksmith, The Skylark of Space. Right on. Okay, so that's fantastic. So we've got one more box, and that'll end our super celebration today. Let me just open this sucker up. All right, I can't imagine this box is good as the last one, but let's find out what's in here. We've got another Philip Jose Farmer, The Gate of Time by Philip Jose Farmer. That's pretty cool. Okay, right on. Now this one doesn't look like this is Stranger Than Science by the author of Flying Saucers, Serious Business. The best-selling book that dares to print about the truth about the unexplained. So this doesn't look like science fiction. This looks like just nonsense. New agey nonsense. Yeah. I think Revenant Reads, I might send this his way if he's interested. Because Revenant Reads, he's such a new agey guy. Revenant Reads, he likes all this new agey stuff, you know. He's always sitting out in his backyard in a glass pyramid, soaking up the rays. He's just that type of guy. Revenant Reads, he'll believe anything. So yeah, so Revenant Reads, man, if you're interested in this, I know how you're into that sort of thing. Okay, what else we got? James Blish, Vor. Vor by James Blish. Fantastic. Recall Not Earth by C.C. MacApp. MacApp? I guess it's MacApp. Recall Not Earth. So many of these, you know, I just never heard of them. It makes me want to read them even more. What else have I got? I got a few more books in here. Path to Savagery. I guess that is the Path to Savagery there. By Robert Edmund Alter. Path to Savagery. And we've got The Year of the Quiet Sun by Wilson Tucker. That should be interesting. Another Robert Heinlein, Podcane of Mars. I guess that's Podcane there. Yeah. Podcane of Mars by Robert A. Heinlein. Never heard of that one. Maybe I should have, but I haven't. And this is Fred Hoyle's The Black Cloud. Poor little Earth. In for some tough times ahead, just like in real life. The Black Cloud. And here is the Doomsday Men. Who wrote the Doomsday Men? Kenneth Bulmer writes The Doomsday Men. Interesting cover. And we've got the Ice People. There they are. Those are the Ice People there. They've got to be really cold. One of the year's best books by René Barjavel, The Ice People. That should be interesting. Starbreed by Martha DeMay Clow. Starbreed by Martha DeMay Clow. Okay. Haven't heard of that one. This box has some peculiar ones in it. A Man of Double Deed, Leonard Deventry. A Man of Double Deed. If any of you guys know more about these books than I do, let me know. Have you read A Man of Double Deed? I certainly have it. Here's The Mutants by Chris Neville. I haven't read this one. I've read another book called The Mutants, I believe. Didn't Henry Kuttner make one? Write one called The Mutants? Maybe I'm imagining that. But this is The Mutants by Chris Neville. So those are the mutants there. The mutants. Okay. Here's Clifford D. Simak. The Goblin Reservation. Anything Clifford D. Simak writes is probably worth reading. Look at that great old tiny cover. That's fantastic. I've seen this before, Beyond This Horizon by Robert Hyland. Yeah, I seem to recall it's split. Weird. So, I guess that'll go into my giveaway box. What do we got here? Psychogeist by L.P. Davies. The best-selling sci-fi thriller that shocked the nation at $3.95. That's what it says. But they're selling it here for 75 cents. What a bargain. It shocked. This shocked the nation so badly that none of us can remember that happening or this book. So must have been a pretty big shock. A couple more books here. Andre Norton's The Last Planet. This robot looks a little frightened, and I would be too if these strange men were after me. The Last Planet by Andre Norton. You know, say what you will about Andre Norton. Always fun books, I think. Norman Spinrad, The Solarians. Look at that. And that is an awesome cover. That is great. Look at those guys. Those naughty Solarians. Fantastic. Will You Live Again? Dramatic Case Histories of Reincarnation. Looks like I've got another book here that I'll be sending to Revenant Reads. You know, that Revenant Reads, Vin. He's always talking about his past lives, you know, in between all his, like, weird New Agey sessions with crystals and things. Yeah, he's always talking about, like, oh, I used to be this person and that. Vin at Revenant Reads, man. He'll believe anything. So he'll probably be really into this book because he's so New Agey. So yeah, definitely, I'll send this Vin's way. If he's interested, he probably will be. And what else do we got here? Mind Swap by Robert Sheckley. I think this is the last book. Robert Sheckley, the author of The Game of X. So that is my last box there. And I've got trash all over the floor. I've got newspapers. I've got the lady of the manor is not going to be happy with the mess I've made in the library here. And this is a disaster. That's okay. It is the part 2 of the 100th episode Super Spectacular. I don't know if you guys have hung on with me all this time with both these parts, but if you have, thank you. I appreciate you hanging out with me. And don't you know it? There's probably going to be another video tomorrow. Probably. Because I've got to do, Carrie. With my man, Stephen King. So, I will catch you next time. Bye, guys. Hey, Rhonda. I forgot to mention that there's a new channel called We Damage We, which is a brand new channel. And the fella on that channel has accepted the Read Every Book By challenge. And I'm going to link his video down below because it's really awesome. So everybody check out We Damage We. Yes, it's awesome.